At this point in time, we are days away from Kingdom Hearts 3, and thus, days away from the end of an era. The anticipation for this title has gone on for longer than a decade. And you can argue with me that we've gotten the side games that advance the story and provide new changes to the gameplay, but the want for that fabled title, Kingdom Hearts 3, you can't deny that's something that we've wanted to play since Kingdom Hearts 2. But pretty soon that anticipation is no longer going to exist, because Kingdom Hearts 3 will no longer feel like a far-off memory that's like a scattered dream. That dream will become reality, and most of our questions will hopefully be answered. So with Kingdom Hearts 3 so close, I thought it would be a good idea to just reflect back on my own personal memories with the franchise, and looking at everything that's brought us to where we are now, with Kingdom Hearts 3 simply a few days away. Today I hope you'll join me in reflecting with your own personal memories in the franchise, and feel free to leave your own thoughts in the comment section below. Because if you've been watching me for a while, you know that I'm a hardcore Kingdom Hearts fan, and I have been for such a long time. But it wasn't always like that. I remember the first time I encountered Kingdom Hearts, I was at a friend's house. He was playing his PS2. He was in Olympus Coliseum, and I had no idea what was going on because I just saw this spiky-haired boy, Donald Duck, and Goofy fighting these monsters in this arena over and over again. I'm just like, what's happening here? So I entered the room and I'm like, hey, what's this? And he says to me, oh, it's Kingdom Hearts. And I was like, is that Goofy and Donald, like the Disney characters? And he's like, yeah. And me thinking to myself, I'm like, oh, cool. But, you know, I'm a little too old for that kind of stuff now that I'm 9 years old. That Disney stuff is for little kids. And for a few years, that was my only interaction with Kingdom Hearts because I didn't have a PS2. I had no reason to care about Kingdom Hearts because I had no idea what this game was about. All I saw was the Disney characters, and I immediately dismissed it because I was like, too cool for that. But then a few years passed by, and I was hanging out at a friend's house, and I was about to leave when all of a sudden he brings up Kingdom Hearts, and he's like, oh, have you ever played Kingdom Hearts? And I was like, I don't know. I don't really know anything about it, but whatever. I've heard of it, I guess. So he runs back into his house, comes back outside, and gives me his PS2, Kingdom Hearts 1, and Kingdom Hearts 2 because they'd both been released by this point. And he said to me, play these games, you will absolutely love them. I was hesitant at first to take his console, but I brought it home, played it, and I fell in love immediately. I remember it being late at night and entering the Station of Awakening and just being in this world full of wonder, and I'm just like, what is this? This is new to me. And Kingdom Hearts 1 is really when you start to fall in love with the characters. You got Sora, the main protagonist. He's just full of hope, full of happiness, full of pep. His best friend, Edgelord Riku, who I also loved from the beginning. I've always been a Riku fan. And then we got Kairi, the very bland love interest at the time, at the very least. But don't get me wrong, I shipped Sora and Riku. Sora and Riku. But don't get me wrong, I shipped Sora and Kairi so hard as a kid because, I don't know, it was just the thing. It was just my feeling. I'm just like, boy and girl, I feel that, I feel that. I played Kingdom Hearts straight from beginning to end, non-stop. I didn't sleep, I went to school, I played Kingdom Hearts. That was all I did. And I remember exploring the worlds and discovering the lore and finding it all so interesting, and of course slaying the goddamn Heartless. And of course, those cutscenes that you saw a million times because you could not skip them back in Kingdom Hearts 1 days. Don't you see yet? The princess's heart is responding. It has been there all along. Kairi's heart rests within you. Over and over and over again. Fuck that boss. And while we're on the concept of fucking things, fuck the gummy ship. I didn't even know you could customize that shit back in the day. I had the same basic ass gummy ship from beginning to end, and I knew no better. It's just so slow and boring, and I hope they make it very interesting in Kingdom Hearts 3. I'm hoping it is. I'm sure that's probably fine enough. That's about it. And from Kingdom Hearts 1, I jumped immediately into Kingdom Hearts 2. And man, mind blown because this game was even better than the first one. I couldn't even believe it. But I also remember thinking to myself, who the fuck is Roxas? Who is this guy? Where's Sora? What happened to him? But nonetheless, I found the designs of the nobodies super interesting. I was like, man, these edgy silver things that are just flying around and they do these weird moves, I'm with it. But then Sora came in and I was like, yo, your boy, he got taller, his clothes got smaller. I guess he just grew. He just grew. The clothes didn't shrink. And then he gets the new outfit, and I was like, yo, he looks so good. And while we're there, you also get Valor Form where you can wield 2 Keyblades at once. Where was that in Kingdom Hearts 1? Nowhere. Kingdom Hearts 2? It had all of it. The Drive Forms made the gameplay so much more interesting with Valor, Wisdom, Master, Final, and I wish we had Limit Form at the time. Even Anti-Form was a cool discovery because you're like, what? Where is this black Sora coming from? He's just jumping around, he's hitting things with his hands, screw the Keyblade. fisticuffs, that's where it's at. And I still remember my mind being absolutely blown when they explained the whole thing where Ansem isn't Ansem, because Ansem is Xehanort, and Xehanort was Ansem's apprentice, and y'all know that kind of stuff. It was cool. There were so many cool moments in the Hollow Bastion / Radiant Garden world. Like, you know shit's gonna get real when you think Goofy's dead. Mickey goes ham, he takes off the coat, he's ready to go in, he's just like, for my friends, fuck everybody, I'm gonna save Goofy.
For my friends, fuck everybody, I'm gonna save Goofy.
He's gonna get revenge for his boy Goofy, and you know what? It was tough. And then after you beat Demyx, you're running down the mountain and fighting with all the Final Fantasy characters. You team up with everybody. You get to see this cool interaction between Leon and Cloud and his badass, and you're like, yo, this shit's tight. And of course, this is the game where the story starts to get a little more convoluted, but I think it's at a nice enough level where things aren't too crazy messy, but still cool and nice to understand. As crazy as it is, you just gotta suspend your disbelief a little bit. Oh, and how could I forget about reaction commands? Those were so flashy. I mean, granted, all you gotta do is press triangle. Looking back, it's like, whatever now. But back in the day, it looked so cool. I remember fighting the Twilight Thorn and being like, what? I had to press triangle for this, and then doing these super cool counters and moves and throwing the Keyblade down to the thing that the big light ball. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I mean, I'm a little biased here. Kingdom Hearts 2 has been my favorite video game of all time since I played it. But of course, I had skipped a game called Chain of Memories that I found out about a couple years later. I was like, yeah, I played Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, and my friend was like, you ever play this game called Chain of Memories? And I was like, what? As soon as I found out, he was like, here, play it. And I was like, I'm burning this shit. And honestly, I know this isn't a popular opinion, but I loved Chain of Memories. And I did like the gameplay. It was fun. It wasn't Kingdom Hearts. It wasn't exactly what I was looking for, but it was still fun in its own right. It was so challenging to me as a kid. Man, I was playing that Game Boy Advance version. I could not get through some bosses for a very long time. I had to put the game down and be like, I can't do this right now. But I loved the whole arc with the memories and Naminé fucking with them and being like, oh, Naminé was my friend, but not really. Sort of. And then when you get to play as Riku afterward, I was ecstatic because, like I said, I'm a huge Riku fan, and once I found out he was playable, I was like freaking out because I was like, oh, this is so much fun. And then when you get dark mode Riku, I was like, oh my god, you actually get to play as this dude. This dude caused me so much problems in Kingdom Hearts 1. I remember after finishing that, I just spent all my days just speculating what's gonna happen in Kingdom Hearts 3. What's the next game gonna be about? I remember seeing this secret movie at the end of Kingdom Hearts 2 and thinking, man, they got that cool armor. Sora, Riku, and Kairi, they're about to go ham with these weird new Keyblades. Yeah, that was a good time, huh? Years after that, I finally caught up to when the games are actually releasing, so I actually copped Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days around the time that it came out, and holy crap, I fucking hated that game. The whole time I remember thinking, is it over, is it over, is it over? The only reason I'm playing this is because it's goddamn Kingdom Hearts. I found the gameplay so repetitive, so uninteresting. The story was even okay at best, and I didn't really feel as much for Xion as everybody else does in the world, apparently. I won't go as far to say that she doesn't matter, but I don't care as much. Yes, it was sad, but I did laugh at that line, who will I eat ice cream with? I mean, I don't know. I found it cheesy. I couldn't get behind it. Like, I understand the whole thing behind it. I understand the whole symbolism. They don't really know what friends are. They're eating ice cream together. They're friends. They think that. I couldn't give as much of a shit as everybody else. Sorry. And I just remember the pure disappointment when I finished the game being like, that's it? That's the whole game? And I played a little bit of the multiplayer afterwards, but I couldn't get into it. It's, in my opinion, the worst Kingdom Hearts game out there. Soon after that, we got Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, and I was very interested in this game. Problem for me was I didn't own a PSP, and obviously I didn't own Birth by Sleep because I didn't have a PSP, so I ended up borrowing a PSP from my sister's friend's younger brother, and I ended up getting the game from another friend of mine. I played it, I liked it, although honestly I was kind of spoiled for me because I ended up reading everything on the Wikipedia before I played the game because I didn't think I was ever going to be able to play the game. I played it a little bit later than I was supposed to. But nevertheless, I enjoyed learning about these new characters. We got Ventus, Aqua, and Terra. But actually though, fuck Terra. I don't like him as a character. I don't like playing as him. His combat is just so slow. It's strong, but it's slow and it bothers me. But by the end, I gotta say, favorite is Aqua. Aqua, great to play. Magic is great. Got those mind squares, and attack isn't too bad either. And it's cool we get to learn the origins of Xehanort and how he got to the version of him that we learned about in Kingdom Hearts 2. Because of course he's clearly this old-ass dude in Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, but now he's just a younger-ish guy in Kingdom Hearts 2. Yeah, there's a lot of story in this goddamn game, holy shit. And next we got Recoded, which I don't even know how to feel about that one still. The gameplay was fun enough, but man, returning to the same goddamn world over and over again, I was like, oh god, please. I didn't even really know what to expect because I knew it was a phone game before it was on the DS. But all things considered, the gameplay was not too bad. I liked it more than 358 over 2 days despite the huge lack of story, because what story is there? Data Sora finds out that we have to save all these people that are connected to Sora, so King Mickey finds out from Data Sora, and then King Mickey tells real Sora. I guess, yeah, you didn't really need a game to tell all of that. I mean, they had to shoehorn in some more plot into the Recoded movie, but we'll get into that later. After we got Recoded was Dream Drop Distance, and that was a game that I was looking so forward to for a long time. Dream Drop Distance was the reason I got a 3DS. And when I played it, it was fun enough. That's about it. I remember playing the demo for that game the days leading up to its release and being like, man, this is fun. I like the whole flow motion thing. This seems pretty cool. But when you actually play the real game, it got kind of old, and I felt kind of got a little spammy because it was so strong and it helped so much, and I feel like it was weird to not use the flow motion because you could kill so many enemies with that. And when you weren't using the flow motion, I felt like you died all the time. But maybe I'm just bad at the game. That's probably it. But I remember the whole time travel thing, that fucked me up. I had to watch those cutscenes a few times before I was like, yeah, I got the gist of what's going on here. Of course, time travel is always crazy when you insert that into a story, but of course you had to insert it into Kingdom Hearts, which was already a super convoluted story as it is, and then make the way that time travel works even more convoluted than regular time travel. Who thought this was a good idea, Tetsuya Nomura? And to this day, I'm still not entirely sure I fully understand what happened in Dream Drop Distance and how it's going to relate to Kingdom Hearts 3, but I think I got enough of a grasp. Maybe I'll play the game again and see what I need to refresh myself for Kingdom Hearts 3, because that's coming pretty damn soon. And then Dream Drop Distance was the last new game that we got for a while, but in the following year, what did we get? We got that sweet Kingdom Hearts 3 announcement trailer. We see those new Kingdom Hearts 3 graphics with the Kingdom shaders, Sora picking up the Master Keeper on the beach in Destiny Islands, and jumping on a giant wave of Shadow Heartless. That was pretty cool, and that was all we got for a really long time. We eventually got the releases of Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and then Kingdom Hearts 2.5 in 2014, which added some new content to Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, the final mix versions that America never got, which I always wanted. As a kid, I used to look up YouTube videos of that Sora versus Roxas battle in Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix, and I always wanted to play it, and I even considered getting a Japanese PS2 in the day just to be able to play that fight, but I ended up not doing it, and we got it in the Final Mix version in the 2.5 remix. And all the extra content in there, I was so happy. The data battles, Lingering Will, it was so much fun. I mean, granted, I'm favoring Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix over Kingdom Hearts 1 Final Mix. There was some cool stuff in there too. Fighting Xemnas was fun, but I mean, Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix has got you beat. And for a long time, I remember we were thirsting for that Kingdom Hearts 3 news. Anytime there was a trailer, anytime there were screenshots, it was a big fucking deal. It's like, oh my god, new Kingdom Hearts 3 stuff. And then we got Unchained Key, which was... oh. Now don't get me wrong, I'm fully caught up in Kingdom Hearts Unchained Key. I mean, in the English version, the Japanese version, I have not. I can't be bothered. I don't know any Japanese. But goddamn, the gameplay, holy shit, it's repetitive. I don't have the attention span for a game like that. I just can't. It has been a chore to get through all the story missions to get to where I am today. And they're still adding stuff to this day. And the worst part is I feel the story is so sprinkled so far and in between other moments, and there are missions and missions that go by without getting any story that's relevant to the overarching Kingdom Hearts plot. And it's just frustrating. It's frustrating. Why do they have to make this canon to the whole thing? Because there's new details that we learned in Unchained Key, and which is now Union Cross. They had to rebrand it because there's a lot in my mind when it comes to Unchained Key. But either way, there's some story there, and I can't be bothered to keep up with it all. There's so much. And then in 2017, we got the 2.8 remix with Dream Drop Distance, Kingdom Hearts Unchained Key back cover, and the new 0.2 Birth by Sleep, a fragmentary passage, part of the Kingdom Hearts 3 2.8 HD remix final chapter prologue, which isn't a totally ridiculous name whatsoever. But like, seriously though, I love the ridiculous names. Keep them up, Square Enix. And I feel like for the most part, people were really looking forward to that 0.2 Birth by Sleep, a fragmentary passage part, because it was supposed to be essentially a glorified Kingdom Hearts 3 demo. I mean, except you play as Aqua, so she's a little bit more floaty, but you get the idea. It's supposed to have the updated graphics with the new engine and everything in Unreal 4, and we get to get a taste of what Kingdom Hearts 3 might be like. And overall, it wasn't a bad experience. Not the greatest, not the worst, but it still filled in some very important plot holes, like how Mickey doesn't have a shirt at the end of Kingdom Hearts 1, Yeah, that was a really weird way to introduce how that happened, but you know what? We'll take it. And since 2018, Kingdom Hearts 3 has kind of been in full promotion mode. We were getting trailers all the time, we were getting screenshots every day, and we still are, and I love it. They're hyping up this game like no tomorrow, and I cannot wait to get my hands on it. The Kingdom Hearts franchise has given me so many memories over the years, and I can't wait to see the kind of memories that Kingdom Hearts 3 is going to bring about. What crazy story elements are we going to see? What awesome gameplay changes are we going to have? I mean, granted, we've seen a lot of that stuff in the trailers, but there is still more to be explored, and that is what I'm waiting for when the game comes out in a few days. I hope you guys enjoyed going down memory lane with me as we revisited some of the titles of Kingdom Hearts past. But pretty soon, Kingdom Hearts 3 will no longer be in the far future, but something that we can play whenever we want. And if you happen to sit through this whole video, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And of course, be sure to let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Let me know what your favorite memory with Kingdom Hearts is. And if you liked the video, why don't you consider sharing it with your friends, anybody who likes Kingdom Hearts, anybody who needs to play Kingdom Hearts, because that's pretty much everybody. And of course, be sure to subscribe for all sorts of different content, and I'll make sure that you stay entertained. So until next video, I've been Michang, and see you.